I was living at my parents' house because I was going to college in Germany, and then due to some immigration issues, I had to come back here. So I was living at my parents' house doing an internship, trying to figure out what to do with myself. Then I heard about Occupy Boston starting. Well, first Occupy Wall Street was happening, and I was thrilled. It was exciting. It was great. And then Occupy Boston started, so I was like, well, yup.
It is our duty now to begin to lay the plans and determine the strategy for the winning of a lasting peace and the establishment of an American standard of living higher than ever before known.
So I went to all the planning meetings, dropped my tent first day.
The time to move forward is now.
I've been living here ever since. I've been working with the media team. It's been pretty excellent. I came to Occupy Boston because the American dream is imploding. Productivity has gone up. The American people are working harder, but they're not being rewarded for it. And the ruling corporatocracy and oligarchy in this country are just making out like bandits, and we don't see anything from it. And I want a chance. What I'm contributing to my cause here is that it's a reinvigoration of the people. It's a populist movement. We are stepping up as a people to say, this is what's happening and this is what we need. But before the police came, the first couple weeks, we were definitely all a little bit cheesed, you know. Everyone was really optimistic, everyone was really excited, everyone was working really hard. All the activists and a lot of regular people turned activists, and a lot of regular people just wondering what the hell was going on. They came down here, everyone, this place just exploded, and it was awesome. We had I think about 3 days in, we realized, holy crap, this is where we were expecting to be 3 weeks in, because we had so many people, we had so much stuff.
We have folks, a guy helping get water minutes, works the AIDS Action Committee. We have Quentro 5, a nonprofit space in Chinatown, 33 Harrison Fifth Floor. They have like 18 nonprofits. We've been using their space. We got some of the tables here. A lot of folks in Boston are involved. We got Jobs and Justice sort of involved, but not yet. They're working on it. We've got Steve Meacham supported us, endorsed us. He's with the local housing group. FCIU dropped food off and donations, pizza. So there are a lot of good people in the Boston political scene involved with this. It's been planned, really well thought out.
The Boston Police Department came, beat us up, took our stuff, threw it in the dumpster, hauled a lot of us off to jail, and, you know, said, get back there, you know. You can only have the amount of expression and freedom as we want you to have.
Before Occupy started, I had a small bookstore in Plymouth, Mass. And I would talk to people all day about issues involving my hometown, and then I came here for the first time on the night of the mass arrest on that Monday night. Noam Chomsky spoke such stark truth and awareness to the situation here. It is the relationships that are forged here in the trenches which will lead to something real. You know, we're not going to just push the whole machine over at once, but these relationships and this networking and these tactics may last longer than this. So
public support hasn't been ebbing, but it's become more cautious and more reserved. We've had some really awful media smear campaigns against.
It's not necessarily like an attempted coup of our government, but it's a forum for which we can work on and discuss and come to agreement on things using the consensus model, and that to me is hopeful and inspiring, if nothing else.
We're going to try to reorganize the detention plan, tough time already, but nobody's going to be removed. What I'm trying to do is to get everybody to be together.
Figure out who's here for what.
Who's here, which tents are occupied, how many's in a tent, who's not in the tent, I need names.
Legally, the Greenway says, like, this is our space, we need it for other things. Like, we use this space to do stuff, and, you know, with the occupation, we can't be doing it. The city is saying we're a public health and safety hazard. which I don't agree with, but so those are the grounds that they're using. You can have this much freedom, but not all the freedom. That's kind of what it sounds like.
We can't force people to cooperate. We're going to ask, for the sake of the camp, for the sake of our community and the movement and the world, please help us. Please cooperate or reasonably talk with us. You know, it's a dialogue.
At the start, the Greenway was very accepting of us being here, very tolerant. Recently, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they sent a letter to Menino asking him to remove us from the Greenway. In case of an eviction afterwards, we already have a couple plan Bs, plan Cs, and plan Ds in place. We all have each other's emails and contacts. We have all the infrastructure set up. I'm actually going to make a documentary with my friend. Mike and I are heading out on a documentary road trip. We're going to stop by all the Occupy, tell the stories of the people there.
I'd just like to see a revolution of the self happen, where people realize what it takes in order to be part of a new society that is just and equitable, that each of its constituent parts needs to be just and equitable. Evaluating yourself from the top down, and awareness of what you're putting out there into the world. That's all. Just being aware of what you put out in the world.